Okay, a video on joining tables with webassist and Dreamweaver CS6. And there is this video here that gets you started. The video is right there. Here's the video right here. It's called webassist joining tables. Actually, let me just show it really quickly so we need to get back to it. Here it is. webassist data modeling, blah blah blah. Anyways, the first step has to do with using this upper table. Anyways, you drag out the tables and you join the tables by mousing to the right of the field and just dragging. So she's going to do it here. And that sets up your joins. Okay, now those tables obviously have to be synced up. I think you only do this one field per table. You don't mix and match these things, I'm pretty sure. For this one, just keep it simple. And this does take time on Dreamweaver because it hangs up the program, but it does work. Click and drag. And then you just press OK, and you've got your, somewhere it saves in one of the files, one of the required files, it saves these relationships. Next thing you do, you go into your server behaviors, pick out the webassist MySQLi record set, and then once you get your record set up, you start with simple. I'm not going to actually be able to show this to you. Maybe I'll put on another record set here real quickly. Let's do another one. See if it'll let me do this webassist. Guess we can do another. Anyways, record set. Start with a simple format, and this is here. It's never quick. Anyways, you set up a normal query just like you would in Dreamweaver for, and I didn't do any filtering on it. I didn't do any arrangement. But anyways, you set up a regular query where you select your database table. There you go. Table, and you can probably choose all if that's what you want to display. It's probably easier on the SQL to get started with. These are my basic users. This is a kind of short table. This is actually tied with a much longer table called QRY_users. Anyways, I want to add a filter here, and I'm using the filter that I use to join both the tables. And actually, may not, yeah. Unless you have, anyways, that's a good way to start. You could use a field probably that's not joined, but for this one, just use the join. These are all joined by this WP ID number. It's the WordPress ID number. I like to get it a little soft, but if you want exact, you can put equals or contains, similar. And not a URL, but entered value. I've got 77 as a join value here. And I'm not sorting right now, but you can certainly sort if you want. It's really intense. Anyways, guess you could sort it, but let's not do it for this one. And then I go to advanced, and what I do is I set up the query builder here, and this query builder is a visual deal. And I want the two tables that I'm going to join, which is this also this query users, and these should remember their association, which is these WP ID number and this WP ID number extended. And just add it, but it's taking its time. Okay, these are joined. This is the basically what I want to do is pull one table, and the key ID is 77. I've got a couple tables up there, but what I'm going to do is just leave this on all columns because that's what I want to have as a record set to set up text fields and pull these into text fields on a display page, or add or subtract inputs to the data, like add records, whatever. Okay, so most of this would be to pull data to display data. Okay, so what I want to do is say, okay, now it's joined in. I started my simple, but now I have the joins added into my query. So I just press OK. That's fine. There's not much to do here unless you want to mess around selecting specific fields here, but I didn't do that for this anyways. Okay, so now what I have is this. This just reverted me back to the original one. It's actually reading the original one. It's actually not letting me add another record set of this page, which is interesting because I guess you need to join tables. You can't have a bunch of record sets sitting on the page like you could in Dreamweaver. Interesting. Or I guess this is record set 2. That's interesting. Inherited that. Anyways, if you remember before, the query looked like this. It would basically look like this if you didn't have this in there already. Oh, actually, the query looked like this. Alright, here's a simple form that we had before. I've got this fortunately. Alright, it looked like this before. That's what it looked like. And you see this WP ID extended, this right here? This needs to be switched out to the longer version. And the way you do that, here's the longer version here. Longer version looks like this. It's got the table, and then it dots, and then it goes into the whatever. It's got the table and then the field or whatever as extended version. Now to find that and to get that to show up, you can come down here into tables. If it runs for it, okay. And now that's just coming from query basic users. Open that up, and then WP ID number. And then I'll just throw that in as where, but remember what this looked like before. You actually want to copy this out. It stops after the 0.77. I guess I might as well just select that one. If we just select that one, try to select it. Whoa, didn't want to do that. Not fun. Anyways, there it is, but wow, interesting. Anyways, didn't want it there, but hopefully it doesn't exactly let you erase it. Anyways, I have this all. Basically, I want to take this here, cut that, and backspace that. I doubt that was there. Ooh, makes me wonder. Anyways, and then just replace this out. Replace this number. It'll look like this. You want to replace this. Here we go. Yeah, replace that with this. This should look like that. So I will replace the W with this dot. Replace this WID. Okay, replace these two, and then put this statement back in there as a where statement, and it will look like this in the end, and that will work. And make sure I didn't mess up that comma. Here it is here. Right. So query users. Right. There's no comma there. Query users, and then the asterisk. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, and then that should actually test out. Let me see if it'll test for me. Should filter out the oh great, I messed up I messed it up when I joined that. We just popped the original one in there. Join queries. There we go. This is what it's supposed to look like. I don't know what I went wrong with this thing, but copy. This is what it's supposed to use. I think I messed it up from query basic users. Interesting. Let's see what this looks like here. That's what's supposed to. Let's test this thing. Here we go. Okay, there it is. There's the WP ID for both. It has both the long list of both of these tables in there. I don't know what went wrong, but that's how I did it. That's how it worked the first time. It's probably adding that select in there, messed it up. Usually I add a where. Query basic users. Yeah. Oh, you see, that's why it's the wrong. This is supposed to be query users. Yeah. Select query. Oh, query users. This. So I'm supposed to be in a different table. That's what messed it up last time. Query users. I'm supposed to use this one. Extended. Right, yeah, see this extended one right here. Usually what I do is I push the where, and it just adds it on right here, and then I can separate this and pull this statement. Okay, ended at that. This does work. Just to show you the SQL, here's what the basic data basics like. I've got these two different fields, one's at 99 and one's at 77, and I think I'll show it that. Yeah, right here, and then there's 9977. So it's basically joining these two tables together based on these common key numbers. So it seems to work. Stop at that. Long but useful.